Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Four-Digit World Cup 2023 Round of 16. We are here with our final match of the weekend. We have the 5th-seeded Canada up against the 12th-seeded Netherlands in what's sure to be a banging way to finish out this weekend of Round of 16. I am Miles, and joining me is Tycani to cast this match. How are you doing, Tycani?
I am doing quite well, Miles. How are you?
I'm just chilling, getting ready to watch what I think on paper could be one of the best matches of the weekend. There is a lot of hype surrounding both of these teams. We have a resurgent Netherlands team up against this Canadian roster that is just so scary. So definitely looking forward to see how this match plays out.
Absolutely. Both these teams are very exciting prospects. Definitely some names that people will recognize on here. You know, you see players like Eddie and UC2 that are absolutely going to be dominating this match.
To do a little bit of roster recap for the 5th-seeded Canada, we have Captain Eddie joined by Cut Paper, Divine Rose, Flat Paper, Gore, Onkar, Tan, and Yip. Up against Team Netherlands, who is captained by Kushper, joined by Cavo Boy, Cosmic Wolf, Jackie Lamb, Manivat, Nicked, Celine, and UC2. And already getting into the picks, I think we missed the ban phase, actually. So Canada's first pick going to be the Nomad 4.
All right, yeah, Nomad 4, your classic tech slot. I do like this pick from Canada. Just going right into technical, wasting no time with mechanics.
Yeah, the Nomad 4, just tech in general, always been a strong suit for Canada. You know, you go back to players like Azer back when he was the best tech player in the game, and you saw a lot of Canadian players look up to him. Players in the lobby right now like Yip, very strong on the tech, even at the OWC level, so to be down at 4WC, he's definitely a player that you have to look out for. As well as players like Cut Paper, who have just emerged onto the scene as absolute powerhouses, who are probably going to eat up this pick very well. But they don't have slouches on the Netherlands either. UC2 and Celine coming in for this pick. The D-rankers joining Manivat and Jackie Lamb. You have a lot of old and a lot of new in this lobby.
Yeah, for sure. Very exciting stuff. Looks like the lineups are locked in for this Nomad 4. You have on Canada, Yip, Cut Paper, Eddie, and Gore. On the Netherlands, you had Manivat, Jackie Lamb, UC2, and Celine.
And I do have some confirmation for bans. The Netherlands banning out the Hard Rock 2, and Canada banning out the Double Time 2. So the Stamina map going to be banned by Canada, and a Flow Aim Awkward Precision map for the Netherlands. Which I think makes sense.
For sure.
Alright, now into the map. Got Trust It mapped by Ishtiak. Cut Paper finding an early drop on that slider, but shouldn't mean too much for his overall score. There's still 2 minutes left in the map, so hopefully for his sake he's able to recover.
Yeah, we are going to see Celine traded out as well. So no huge worries if you're Cut Paper. About even as far as combo goes, a little bit higher even combo on Canada. Everyone's not too far behind though.
We see quite a significant score lead of around 90k for the side of Canada, mostly based on their accuracies. You see the 99 from Yip, the almost 99 from Gore. But going into the slider part, we're going to see if anyone finds a break, and the first one does come in from Manivat. But Yip and Cut Paper traded out. Those are 2 massive breaks for Canada. Netherlands now with a slight combo advantage with the backing score from Celine, but Manivat and Celine both find drops, so now it is 2 FCs to 2 with more backing combo on Canada. Into that break, Canada should be able to hold on to this lead.
Yeah, and I think it's worth pointing out just how much the Netherlands is struggling on AC. We have a 91% AC and a 90% AC on the Netherlands, certainly not helping their overall score in catching up to Canada. That said, Canada is finding some breaks. It's finding something that Netherlands might be able to use, but Netherlands just doesn't have the combo right now.
Yeah, UC2 and Jackie Lamb, both the FCs remaining, have found drops, so now it is Gore with the only FC in the lobby. Up at 98%, they're just going to run away with their first pick here, and it's going to be a fairly definitive first pick for Canada, lead blossoming to around 450,000, and it is raising very quickly. So, yeah, at the end of the day, first pick goes to Canada.
Yeah, Gore looking so good on this. The backups from Yip, Cut Paper, and Eddie certainly helping a ton. All of them beating out individual players from the Netherlands. Very, very good stuff from Canada on this no-one forward first pick.
And I think you love to see that from Gore specifically, because I think a lot of us non-Canadians looking at this Canadian roster coming into 4WC, like, we all know Eddie, Yip, and Cut Paper, and, like, Divine Rose, but some of their newer players to their roster are players who haven't really shown too much on the international scene too much, at least in these, like, national-based tournaments. So having a player like Gore pop off, I think that's going to really send a message to the rest of the world that Canada is really legit this year.
Yeah, the Canadian scene has been looking good. It's been looking like it's been flourishing for the past year. So it's very exciting to see these sort of newer names come up in the international scene and really perform.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now pick goes back to the Netherlands. Gonna see what they decide to do to respond to that strong first pick from Canada. Honestly, on paper, I'm really not too sure what the Netherlands decides to pick against Canada. I mean, Canada did ban out that DT2, so maybe, I guess, on the sequence of speed abuse, the choice from that would be to pick the free mod 1 speed map. But I don't really know how much the Netherlands can really outspeed Canada. But they're gonna go for the free mod 1 pick. Gonna go for the speed. Makes sense after the DT2 ban.
Yeah, for sure. Just going straight into the speed. This one was seen in quite a couple different tournaments. I believe this did initially start as a Course Ace custom. This one just super hard on the 235 BPM speed. Exactly the kind of map you want to go if your DT2 is gone.
POV, you have genetics.
You do.
Who has genetics? Who has genetics in this lobby? It looks like Jackie Lamb, Celine, and no longer Jackie Lamb, but Celine and Nick have genetics. Flat Paper having genetics. Flat Paper, another one of the newcomers for Team Canada, has been very active and I guess dominant in the 5-digit scene for a while, along with honestly a handful of players to come down from 5-digit into 4-digit for this 4WC. Flat Paper and Celine both in the lobbies. UC2 also probably satisfies that description, as well as Batball on Team United States. So, cool to see the D-Rankers rank up, but I hope they do more.
Of course. Now, you love seeing those big names in the 5-digit scene finally come up and immediately establish some level of dominance.
Mm-hmm.
Showing their talent here, and love to see him in 4WC.
Mm-hmm. Canada rounding out their roster in the lobby. They've got Gore, Divine Rose, and Eddie filling the rest of the speed around Flat Paper. Meanwhile, Jackie Lamb on Team Netherlands coming back into the lobby, and Kushber going to take that final spot for Team Netherlands. So this is going to be their first pick of free mod 1. Gonna try and get on the board here. Just waiting for the players to ready up. Almost ready? Almost, says Kushber. GLHFs are coming out, so probably gonna start shortly.
Yeah, it looks like we are indeed about to get into it, I hope.
Oh, Kavo Boy actually joins the lobby. Another classic name on Team Netherlands. Been a 4-digit tournament player for already about half a decade, I think, actually. Cool to see him once again representing the Netherlands on the global stage.
Yeah, of course, Cavo, just one of those names that is everywhere in OC tournaments, and yet you rarely get to see him play outside of 4WC, so it's always a treat to see him. And Cavo's actually going to be, you know, the strongest Dutch player through the intro, as a lot of ad-drops come through for the Netherlands, and Canada actually takes an early lead off that.
Yeah, finding some trouble on the Netherlands in the beginning, but Flat Paper will find another break to trade it out with Kavo. But still, overall advantage on the side of Canada, mostly by their accuracies. Kavo and Jackie Lamb both down at 96 and 94. But Canada's accuracy, 99.4 on Divine Rose, and Eddie at 98.3 on the Hard Rock, which is really impressive.
Yeah, finding some drops from Eddie, but overall, it's still a pretty good Canadian lead, about 130k. Changing here or there, but their combos and their accuracies are just looking better than the Netherlands right now. They have multiple FCs, while the Netherlands just has Knight.
Flat Paper finding another drop, but the other three members of Canada are just going off right now. Netherlands really needs the players to establish a combo right now. It's only Knight and Kavo fighting up against three almost FCs. There goes Divine Rose. That's the first drop the Netherlands needs. But still, Eddie and Gore are just going absolutely insane on this map. Eddie bringing his accuracy back up to 96, and Gore on the 95% hidden FC. Going to be enough to hold off the Netherlands for now into the last quarter of this map. They need those two players to break if they want to have a chance.
And they're modded players, too. They get that extra score. There goes Eddie, though. Gore's still holding on, but Knight does trade Eddie's break. There goes Kavo as well. Netherlands has no combo left.
And unfortunately for the Netherlands, it's going to be an early break point in favor of Canada. Going to go up on the board 2-0 in a best-of-9 match. That is not insignificant at all. Canada doing what they had to do on this pick. A 652k lead on Netherlands' first pick. That is not what you want to see from Team Netherlands. That is very bad, I think, for their chances in this matchup.
For sure. And once again, it's Gore at the top of the Canadian roster at this break point here. Looking really good on that, missing at the beginning, but just holding on through that whole second half and just showing a dominant performance for Canada, not letting Knight or Kavo sway it at all.
And it was actually the modded players for Canada, as you were mentioning, doing so well. The top two scorers for Canada are Eddie and Gore, the Hard Rock and the Hidden. And Canada now going back to them, they insta-pick this Nomad 3, Goddish. I feel like it's not very common where we see teams go for the Nomad 4, Nomad 3 first picks, the alt and the tech. Typically, teams decide to go for, I think, one of the most outlandish skill sets being either gimmick or speed. But Nomad 4, Nomad 3, Canada just wants to flex their muscles on them. And I think they definitely have the roster to do so.
For sure. I think it's easy to look at those kind of picks when you're a captain and say they're a toss-up. You don't really know how the other team performs on it. Canada is not fazed by that idea. They know how good they are on stuff like this, so they're just going for it, and I respect the hell out of it.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at the bottom of their lineup, Cut Paper and Yip. I mean, against any other 4-digits in the scene, if you were to put 2 4-digits against them on this type of alt map, it'd be hard to really bet against them. Unless you're getting, like, I don't know, like Kalangi or, like, Vroom or something. Like, that is a very strong lineup, and obviously with Gore, who's popping up so far. And Ankar are going to be coming into the lobby this time with Canada, as we see UC2 do the same for the Netherlands, and one of those Dutch players who's been hailed as one of the rising stars in the 4-digit scene. Extremely dominant in 5-digit, but now coming down for 4WC.
Now, see, it's 142 BPM. About average BPM for this kind of alt map, especially at this star rating. No real surprises with Goddish. This one's a pretty well-known map.
Yeah, this map, I think, the largest point of difficulty in this map is definitely the linear patterns into the squares that happen in the choruses. It's where we saw a majority of the breaks on this map in some other matches. Obviously, the standout score on this map so far of the weekend being Batball's SS last night, which was just absolutely ludicrous.
Yeah, that was an absurd score.
Yeah, now going into it, Netherlands with UC2, Manivat, Jackie Lamb, and Celine. Canada, Gore, Ankar, Cut Paper, Yip. Netherlands, I think, really need to maybe get a break point on this, because if Canada can take this pick and go up 3-0 in a best-of-9 scenario, that is going to be very bad for Team Netherlands.
Yeah, here we go into it. Netherlands definitely needs this break point here. There's not really that much time to play with. As you said, it's a best of 9, meaning that every single point that they lose to Canada after that initial break point is bad for them. Celine and Cup Paper are going to trade breaks in the intro. Everyone else holding on quite nicely.
Yeah, this map being 3 minutes long, missing in that first like 30 combos, really not going to do much for your score. I think more consequential is going to be any act drops that these players have. But being that it's a consistent 142 BPM alt map, I really don't expect many players to drop their accuracy that low. But obviously you never know. You have Jackie Yak in the lobby.
And we'll see, here we go into the first PI. This is where the map gets historically difficult. So far, no breaks. Everybody's looking comfortable getting through the first big flow pattern. All fine.
And now we're about to go into the squares. Manivot breaking on the first linear, but it gets traded by Ankar. So 3 combos to 3 now. Gonna see if anyone breaks on the next square. It's gonna be Ankar once again, but that leaves it to be just about equal. Slight combo lead to the Netherlands. However, accuracy still in favor of Canada, while Yip is still holding on to that SS, along with Gore at the near SS. Now, into this slow part, we've seen a lot of people find uncharacteristic breaks on this slow part. This middle third of the map is just absolutely devastating with nerves, apparently. Gonna hope for these players' sakes that they don't break here.
Hey, Yep finally dropping the SS. No more bat balls in the lobby.
Yeah, it's just a 20k lead still for Canada, just based on their accuracy. It's all gonna be contingent on who finds the next break.
And we're getting close to that point where we are going to see a break. Slowly building up into the next KI.
And it is all going to lay in the last KI. If anyone breaks here, it is going to swing it heavily in favor of the other team. Unless the break is instantly traded, which we've seen a lot so far this map.
Yeah, pretty much no breaks have gone without
Jackie,
trade. There
no!
goes Jackie. An over aim on one of the flow patterns. No trade from Canada. Manivot falls as well. Canada still holding on. Celine, it's just UC2 for the Netherlands. Gore finally goes down, but Cup Paper and Yip are making the difference. There goes Cup Paper. Yip and Ankar, though, they have that advantage. They have that difference. It's just a little bit too late for Netherlands to make their way back.
It is too late for the Netherlands. Canada, in that small time after those few players dropped, had amassed a 260k lead. And Yip is going to lock out that FC along with UC2, both with extremely strong accuracies, 99.57 and 99.50. But at the end of the day, Canada with the better team score and going to be taking that point. Gonna go up 3-0, and now Netherlands, they really need to get on the board here.
Yeah, it's a third Canadian point. Netherlands was looking really close. It was looking like they could contest, but that last KI just absolutely destroyed their lineup there, where all of them just succumbed to different patterns. Now, Netherlands already staring, because it's the best of 9, at potentially their last pick.
And there's not really much real speed left in the pool. If you want to keep going for a tapping abuse kind of pick strategy, I guess Nomad 2 is probably the next in line. Able to get a few players like Yip and Cup Paper out of the lobby if you pick that Nomad 2. But with how Canada's been playing so far on their, I guess, non-carry players, they're just looking strong across the board.
Yeah, Canada is looking really good today. You can understand why they're seed 5 here in a round of 32 tournament. It's absolutely understandable why Canada's here.
Canada just in the last few years has been absolutely stunning across all of the national tournaments, placing high in 4WC. I won't talk about 3WC and 4WC.
Alright, we'll see. The Netherlands taking their time, trying to think about where they want to go next. Don't want to mess this one up. Don't want to give Canada another break point.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely cannot at this stage of the match. But they're taking their time on this pick. Definitely have to do so in the kind of situation that they are in right now. I think outside of that No Mod 2, they could also go for a pick maybe like that Free Mod 3, one of the most accessible maps in the pool, but they do go for the No Mod 2 Twilight of the Thunder God by Mazarin.
We just talk about how threatening that background is in combination with an all caps title.
You should full combo this map now.
It's terrifying.
Mm-hmm. Now instantly Cavo.
All Flow Aim streams.
Cavo Boy has entered the lobby, the No Mod 2 player of all time. That guy has an SS on Blue Zenith, by the way. I believe it is the only SS on that map. At least it was 3 years ago.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And for Team Canada, I can't really put my finger on who would be their No Mod 2 carry. They've got nobody in the lobby right now. In comes Tan, another one of Canada's newcomers to the roster, I believe. Celine gonna enter the lobby for the Netherlands. Definitely a player I did not expect to be in for this map. Gore gonna continue his campaign, I guess in pursuit of top match cost for this match, getting into the lobby.
Or maybe in pursuit to ruin the match cost, who knows?
Depends, yeah, I mean, never know. Might be the unfortunate soul to have to fill this, but Flat Paper also gonna join.
To back you up, by the way, yes, Cavo is still the only SS on Blue Zenith 4 Dimensions.
Love that. That guy's been a stream demon for as long as probably some of us have been playing the game. Yip gonna be taking the final spot for Team Canada. Haven't really seen him too much on these stream maps, but maybe well practiced enough on this to get a good score. Meanwhile, Netherlands gonna be rolling with Cavoboy, Kushper, Knight, and Celine on this map. Hope for their sakes that they can manage to get on the board here, because if they do not, Canada will be staring them down at match point.
And for Netherlands, that's absolutely not the scenario they want. To go out so quickly without putting up a fight against Canada. This Dutch roster absolutely has the potential to take Canada down, so you know that they want the chance. They don't want to just get 5-0'd and gone.
Yeah, obviously. Now into the streams, we see a relatively high comfort level across the lobby. No one dropping their accuracy down too far. Knight down at the lowest with a low 98, but he is already reestablishing it. I think it's really going to be the flow aim during the chorus sections that will start to trip up these players.
Yeah, so far though, it is just the Canadian accuracy winning out, as we've seen so far. Knight and Kushper finding those drops in accuracy are not going to be great for Netherlands, but it is going to be Gore to find a chain miss for Canada. Instantly, that accuracy argument goes away. There goes Yip as well. Flat Paper too. Just Tan left for Canada.
Cavoboy and Kushper do trade out misses, but it is currently now 2 FCs to none in favor of the Netherlands, with Celine and Knight holding through the first chorus section, and they're going to be rewarded with some juicy free combo. As Cavoboy and Flat Paper continue to struggle, I don't think it's really going to matter too much for Team Netherlands as long as they can hold on to those 2 FCs, because a 2 FC to 0 advantage is massive on a map like this. Canada is starting to reestablish their combos, especially on Tan and Gore, and Yip all up at around 400 to 500 combo. But now into the next chorus. We're going to see who finds the break next. And it's going to be Tan.
And chain miss, Cavo, Knight as well. That's one of the Dutch FCs.
A full reset! A full reset for Team Netherlands. Now Yip and Gore with the combos to try and take over the lead. It is down under 90k now. Canada's going to slowly eat at this lead. Still half of the map remaining. As long as Gore and Yip can continue to hold on, this lead will eventually go back in favor of Canada, because the combos from Netherlands just evaporated during the end of that chorus.
Yeah, an unlucky break for the Netherlands, to say the least. That lead that they had built up with the double FC is pretty much completely gone. Canada taking away. Gore is nearing 1,000 combo. Yip not far behind him.
The lead goes back in favor of Canada.
Now the Netherlands needs one of those two highlight players to break. There goes Gore. This Yip with 1,000 combo. Christmas going to trade out Gore's break. And continually finding discomfort as well.
But the combos on Netherlands have reestablished themselves. Right now it is the big combos of Celine, Knight, and Kavo up against Flat Paper and Yip. We're going to see if either of those players from Canada break, because in that case it will go back to the Netherlands, but Kavo is the one to find the drop. Yip, it is Canadian Jesus himself running away with the 1,250 combo right now into the last 8 of the map. He just has one more course to contend with, and the Canadian lead has blossomed already to 170,000. Gonna see if they can find their second break point in a row. Just a few more streams to go.
You have a Kavo Knight breaking right there. Unfortunately, Netherlands just wasn't able to find it, and Yip is taking it away. More than 1,500 combo. That break in the first DI did not phase him at all. He came back, and he came back to fight against the Netherlands and take Canada's second break point. They're up 4-0.
A 700k score from Yip. That is exactly what you want from Canadian Jesus on that map. 4-0 now in favor of Canada. The second break point in a row, and Canada now staring the Netherlands down with a sweeping performance in the round of 16. Just one more pick to go for them. And the Netherlands now on life support. They have to win a few of Canada's picks if they want to even get back in this match.
Yeah, it's a scary point for the Netherlands. They are staring down the barrel of the gun. Canada is going to be the one to load it with their next pick. They've looked so good on everything, but especially that tech and ult, those home picks have looked good, and there's plenty of it left in the pool.
Canada definitely with a lot of picks they have that they can call upon. I think both of the hidden maps, Fremont 2 as well as Fremont 3, could all go in favor of Canada. But we're just going to have to wait and see. Canada is in a very good spot for this match. They're looking to join some of the teams that have gotten sweeps this weekend. I believe United States has found a sweep, as well as Spain down in the losers bracket, and Poland and Chile.
Yeah, very, very impressive stuff from all of those teams, and I don't understand why Canada would want to join them. It's a very good feeling to just run through a team like that.
Yeah, and I mean, in 4WC, where you know every country is giving their all, when you're just able to get through it with, like, relatively little stress, it's always going to feel good. But Canada gonna go for the hidden one, running it through the tech maps in this pool, picking Nomad 4, Nomad 3, and now the hidden one. This is arguably one of the hardest maps in the pool, Mind Disorder. This is just a messed up tech pick, honestly, to be in the hidden pool this early in the tournament.
Yeah, this one, all-time tech map. We've seen it a couple times throughout tournaments in the past year or so. Oh, it's just so difficult.
And I think Canada has arguably, if not the best player in the tournament on this type of map, being Cut Paper. He is just an absolute demon on these hidden maps, especially the tech maps as well. A lot of people I know have called him the second coming of Azer, and I honestly believe them. Because this guy's hidden skill is legit.
It's certainly some large shoes to fill, but you love to hear a name like that, for sure. We'll see if he lives up to it here. Still not technically in the lobby. You see Yip, another talented Canadian tech player. Netherlands looks like they have a full lineup ready. Kavo, UC2, Knight, and Celine.
Yeah, I think typically, at least back in 5-digit, you would be looking to UC2 and Celine to perform extremely well on this type of tech map, on the hidden as well. But when staring down the face of this Canadian roster, I don't really know if I could give them too much of a shot here. You've got UC2 Celine, Cowboy and Knight up against Cut Paper Yip, Onkar and Gore. I think this pick could just go astoundingly in favor of Canada, but Netherlands can't count them out yet. They're a resilient bunch. Hopefully for their sake, they manage to get a breakpoint here, maybe get back on into this match.
We'll see. This does have a chance to be contested, but absolutely Canadian favored. This is kind of their bread and butter. We'll see in just a moment. Just 2 minutes separates us from a potential end of the match.
Right before the map started, we saw Manivat come in for Knight. That is definitely a player that I would want to see on this Netherlands side start to get his groove on if they want to come back into this match. Manivat, been the strongest 4-digit Dutch player for a while now. Really want to see him activate if they want to get back into this match.
So far, Manivat finding a lot of early act drops. That's it, traded out by Gores, not too much, and it is going to be on card to find the first break for Canada.
Definitely gonna be very contingent on who finds the combo drops. His accuracy on this is a very hard ask. So if you do have Celine up at 99.7 and the breaks start coming in from Ankar, Gore, Cut Paper, Kavo, Manivat, all dropping, it is UC2 and Celine up against Yip.
Yeah, the Dutch duo. Two people who have terrorized the 5-digit scene for far too long. Fighting against Yip on this pick here as continued breaks come from Cowboy and Ankar.
There goes Yip!
Yip and Manibot go! Now it's just UC2 and Celine to climb the combo away. We're halfway through the map. And in the slow portion, UC2 and Celine are just going to keep building that lead.
Oh, but Celine finds a drop on the slower part. That is absolutely tragic. Cut Paper and Gore with the reestablished combos should be able to equalize a lot of what UC2 could do to get this lead. And that chain miss from Manivat is going to lower the lead a little bit, but Gore finding another break. I think it is all on UC2 here. If UC2 finds a drop, Cut Paper can start to bring this back, but he continues to hold on through this difficult KI section. Will he lock out an FC on this? That would be absolutely stunning to keep his country alive. But he finds the drop. Yip and Cut Paper are holding on. They start to bring back the lead. I don't know if there's enough time for Canada, though. Into this Floaim section, we're going to see if they bring it back. It is going down a little bit quicker now, about 10k every few seconds. Manivat continues to struggle, and it's starting to quickly send it back in favor of Canada. There's just a little bit of time left. Celine finds another drop, and it goes back in the final seconds. Canada clutching it out to complete their sweep. And 5-0 the Netherlands, sending them to the losers bracket. Wow.
It looked like Canada didn't have enough time, but the map was just barely dense enough, and those chain misses from Manibot meant so much. Even with UC2 closing out the one slider break, even with UC2 being the top of the lobby in this, it is a Canadian point, and it's Canada's final point to move on to the winner's side quarterfinals as they sweep the Netherlands.
Netherlands going to be going down to the losers bracket to be facing Belgium in the first set of losers round 2. Meanwhile, Canada going to be moving up to this quarterfinals winner's side to face the unicorn team of Ukraine, who beat Hong Kong in a stunning tiebreaker match earlier today.
Yeah, good luck to them. Congratulations to Canada on this 5-0 victory. That is going to be it for this stream.
I can't believe Netherlands is going to face Belgium. That is kind of insane, actually. That match has to be streamed. I will make sure that match is streamed. Yeah, I guess in the meantime, thank you all for watching. This is going to be the conclusion of the matches side of this weekend for 4WC. We do have a map pool showcase going to be coming up to you in probably an hour, maybe a little bit longer, as we get that set up. Stay tuned for that. But until then, thank you all for watching. I've been Miles, joined by Tycani, and I hope you all have a good rest of your day or night wherever you are.